Now, the Employment and Labor Relations Court has once again stopped deductions on employee salaries for the Housing Fund levy that was to begin at the end of this month. This after the Consumer Federation of Kenya moved to court, challenging the charge, as they termed it, unjustified overtaxation of Kenyans. And as Sam Gituku reports, the government is once again suffering from poor communication strategy and a tainted integrity record that has pushed Kenyans to extreme suspicion.
The Consumer Federation of Kenya believes that the housing levy is not a priority, as Kenyans have now to grapple with more pressing issues of drought, health challenges coupled with unreliable National Hospital Insurance Fund, as well as rising cost of living. The Kenya Revenue Authority on Tuesday announced that employees and employers must remit 1.5% of workers' gross pay each month, capped at a maximum of 2,500 shillings by the employer and 2,500 shillings by the employee for each worker. COFEC fearing that now that the contributions by employers will be an extra cost, jobs may be lost due to the increased wage bill in different institutions. The government hopes to raise 57 billion shillings every year, totaling to 171 billion shillings by 2022, by which time the government hopes to have attained 500,000 affordable houses. But the contributions will be charged on an estimated 3 million workers, begging the question what happens to 2.5 million contributors who will not get the 500,000 houses. In February this year, Cabinet Secretary in charge of housing, James Macharia, told of plans to conduct lotteries on who gets a house. The persons who earn more than 50,000 shillings a month would be put under a different cadre with access to affordable mortgage to be capped at 7% per annum. When he spoke to Citizen TV in February, CS Macharia told of 300 investors who had expressed interest to put up 1.3 million housing units, an investment totaling 3 trillion shillings. He had a case for the housing levy.
By creating that big pool of funds, we are able to tell any developer, come to this country, or if it's a local developer, build as many houses as you can, but we shall sign for you what we are calling a cash-backed offtake guarantee. Cash-backed offtake guarantee. Upon completion of those houses, we shall actually be able to buy those houses from you. That's why now we got developers queuing up.
CS Macharia emphasizing that contributors who do not get a house or don't need one may get back their cash after 15 years or upon retirement, whichever is earlier. And even though the Central Organization of Trade Unions is said to have agreed to withdraw a protest case, it is not clear if that was done. The Federation of Kenya and now COFEC expected to have their day in court on 20th of May when the case will be mentioned. For now, no penny for the levy. Sam Gituku, Citizen TV, Nairobi.